going? All right, come on. Okay, we're back here again. This is part 3. It's still Valentine's Day. And we put in the little items. I can't even think what they're called right now. Temperature sensor and that idle control valve thing, which you can't see. And if anybody was sharp watching when I started number 2, you'd see that you would have known that I had the wrong temperature gauge. It ain't a gauge, I can't even think anymore. But so I had to go to the store and return it and get the type that had this. The other one had just a single, like tong sticking up, the old-fashioned. So if any of you sharp guys watching probably picked up on that. And then you also would have saw that I pointed to the wrong place when I said I was going to replace that valve, because I was pointing at something else. I don't even know what that something else is called. I got to find out. But we got it all in. I haven't started the car, and I did a little cleaning up and a little painting. You might notice between part 2 and part 3, this looks a little cleaner here now. But we're going to start it up, and we either fixed it or we didn't fix it. And if we didn't fix it, then it's back to the drawing board, and I'll try to, find out something else that they'll say causes it to do that. I have checked. I don't find any vacuum leaks, and there's a couple other things that I've seen them mention can cause that problem, but the 2 items that I've replaced right now seem to be the one that they most often reference for being a problem. So let's go see what happens when we start it up. And maybe it'll start. But I think it'll start. The question is, will it run? Will it idle right? Okay, let's see. Well, she's running rough. That might be because I had some of that cleaner in the system. I also, when I put the new thermostat in, the thermostat I took out looked fine. It was 195 degree. I put in a 180. I don't know if that'll make any difference or not, but down here it's so hot, I don't need a 195. And today, it's, like I said, it's February 14th, and 75 degrees out here right now, and we've had weather in the 80s, and to be honest with you, we did not have a winter. We had one day so far where it went below 0, maybe 2, and that's pretty weird. We've already got those wood-borne bees are all over the place. They're flying all around here. And all the azaleas have bloomed, and I mean, they bloomed, what, last week? She's shaking her head, yes. She's not feeling good. She threw her back out, and I give her a Medal of Honor for being out there. Well, so far this thing, it ain't stuttering yet, but we don't know yet. It feels a little shaky. It does idle awful high. I hear it starting to come down a little. I think it's going to do the same crap. Well, all I can tell you is that's part 2. I mean, this is part 3, and I think it's like it says. If at first you don't succeed, try again, and back to the old drawing board. If anybody sees this and has an idea, and I don't know, we hardly ever look at if there's any replies. They say the thing has to get its memory back, and some cars will do it sitting, and others they say you're gonna take them out. the Pontiac and I forget which other, and drive them on the road at 40 miles per hour for it to readjust and fix its brain on the idle. It's actually doing better right now. I haven't got my foot on the gas, but they've said that some of them you can just let it sit in idle and it will rethink. But this car isn't registered, so I'm not going to take it out on the road, drive around. And I do plan to put it back on the road in May probably. And we'll maybe give you an update then. I don't know. It seems better. I'm not going to kid you. Maybe she's fixed. Because this here wouldn't do this like this before. I think maybe we got success. And maybe I got my Valentine's Day candy. And that's pretty cool. I really think it's working. It's way better. This thing never did this before. Well, it did when I first bought it. I'm going to put the hood down. Look at the bee. Here's one of those bees I was talking about. They're flying all around. I used to have this overhang here, and these darn things, they love to eat wood. They don't bug you at all. They scared the hell out of my kids in the past, but they're pretty harmless. Unless you, I mean, if you aggravate them, they'll sting you. But you got to really aggravate them. I've gotten them to land on my finger before because they're actually pretty curious. They're curious as hell. I like them. I call them bumblebees. I really don't know what their official name is. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've had success. She is running. She idled down. She didn't conk out. Whether it was the temperature sending unit or that idle control valve thing, I don't know. But let me see. Here's the temperature sending unit. Like I said, see, that's the old one. And if you remember from the video too, it just has like a, you know, the old-fashioned thing sticking out instead of an electrical thing. So I had to go return that, or return the other one. And here is this thing. First time I ever replaced one. I actually had to call for a 1 1/4 inch wrench to take it out. I didn't have one. Can't find it. It's called a controller. It says here controller. I know it's got a better name than that. It's an idle control. But this is the one that came out, and I cleaned it all out. It was pretty gummy. I got a feeling that and that EGR thing really they had a lot to do with it. This must have been the primary culprit. Little old thing, I forget what I paid for it. They're not cheap, but you know, it's amazing. This is original equipment. The one I put in definitely didn't look as high a quality. Anyways, thanks a lot, and everybody, give your wives a hug today, and take them out for dinner, buy them a box candy or a stuffed animal. Be nice, don't look for nothing back, and maybe they'll be nice to you next week. I'll see you. Bye.